So, Nick, want to do some recording this weekend?
Can't. Graduating.
What kind of loser school lets you graduate?
Same one that lets you.
Man, college is pointless.
And how?
Funny how everyone seems to think that all you need is a degree and life will be easy.
Yeah, if they only knew.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the illness of our university president, we will proceed directly to our valedictorian speech, followed by my keynote address. Now, please welcome to the stage the valedictorian of the 2012 graduating class, Melinda Hoster.
Thank you. I wanted to first say how privileged I feel to be delivering this address to the university that I have come to love so dearly. Additionally, I'd like to express the honor and pride I feel to be sharing a stage with the winner of the Nobel Peace Prize for Realism 2 years running, Mr. Chad Winterbottom.
Thanks.
Lastly, before I get to my speech, I'd like to wish our dear university president a speedy recovery. Who knew you shouldn't drink the water in Mexico? Now, I look past my podium into the sea of talented people, and I am moved. There is so much potential in each and every one of us. We are at the precipice of the rest of our lives. We have the power to shape the world for the better. We are the next leaders of nations, corporations, and a whole generation. We are the future. There is nothing we can't accomplish, and I am certain that each and every one of us, now that we are ready to receive our degree from our illustrious university, is destined to do great things, not just for ourselves, but for our families and communities too. My time at our dear university has been some of the best in my life. It saddens me to say goodbye to those years I've spent here. However, I know that I will stay in touch with all of my friends and professors who have touched my life so positively during my tenure. As we look forward to the rest of our lives, we cannot forget to glance back to where we've come from time to time. Like Jesus Christ said, life's a journey, not a destination. So let us keep in mind that it is what we do today and tomorrow, not just what we do tomorrow, that defines who we are as people. Now, class of 2012, congratulations, and get out there and change the world just like I know we can do.
Well, thank you, Mel. Kind of stepped on the toes of what I was going to say a bit. Well, you also kind of helped me too, so, well, here goes. Graduating class of 2012. Congratulations on accomplishing what everyone who was sitting here last year already accomplished. I applaud young Mel's optimism for your future. I do hope that you become leaders of the world. However, the odds are, you won't. Each year, more and more people graduate across this country, and indeed across the world. And unfortunately, a large percentage of those graduates are getting degrees from far better institutions than this one. I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but this university is a third-rate school in the middle of the Bible Belt. No, that's not to say that being in the Bible Belt necessarily results in a poor education, but given that your valedictorian just misattributed an Aerosmith lyric to Jesus Christ, I'd be willing to wager that at least in this case, being here has resulted in a poor education for the person in your graduating class with the best grades. So what chance do the rest of you have? Don't answer. That was a rhetorical question. I know you all know this, but just in case there is a silent majority of you who are confused by the phrase rhetorical question, it can be easily translated into shut the hell up, I'm making a fucking point. Now, without being too harsh, I will admit that there is a small chance that a small percentage of you graduating today will go on to make some sort of difference in the world. However, there is a much better chance that a much larger percentage of today's graduates will be moving back in with their parents this time next year. Mostly because they amazingly couldn't find a job with their degree in their obscure major of literature in predominantly deaf prehistoric societies. Big surprise there, kiddo. You mean that no company in the entire world gives two craps about your supposed expertise in something as useless as that? And furthermore, do you think you actually learned anything about your major by skipping every class you could, and writing every paper at the last moment possible, and studying exclusively in the final 3 hours before an exam? Again, these are rhetorical questions. So please don't short-circuit those few brain cells that survive the alcohol-induced synaptic holocaust that 4 years of binge drinking has induced by attempting to answer any of my questions. Now, let's not be too negative. Perhaps I was a little mistaken when I said that only a small percentage of you could change the world. Let me correct my egregious error by specifying positive change. I doubt many of you will make any positive change in the world. I'm rather certain that a fair number of you will become criminals after you can no longer stand flipping burgers for 90 hours a week in order to pay off your student loans that you incurred pursuing a ridiculous degree program such as psychology of felines who have been raised without a stable family life. Using the amazing deductive reasoning skills you acquired at this substandard university while pursuing your catastrophically irrelevant degree, you will no doubt conclude that the best way to provide for your lifestyle and pay your bills is to be that criminal who robs, maims, and destroys, but actually gets away with it and leads a normal life. Surely, with your advanced knowledge of traumatic kitten upbringing, you can be part of that minority of criminal masterminds who are never caught and can simply make a living through their heinous deeds. So in short, I do think plenty of you can change the world. You can drive down property values in your community. The rest of you graduates can look forward to a life of mediocrity. Now don't get me wrong, that is a positive outlook for the rest of your life. I mean, just look at your odds of being successful. They are rather slim now. And look at your odds of being a criminal. Shockingly high, aren't they?
They are high.
Rhetorical, sweetie. Rhetorical. Just think about how unlikely it will be that you can lead even a moderately successful life. Now, I would like to leave you all on an even more positive note than that. You all can look forward to a life of working mundane jobs that have nothing to do with the ridiculous theater degree you've struggled to get. You may all know the joy of raising a child of your very own. Sorry, except for, hysterectomy Haley. Everyone but Haley can look forward to rearing children who will no doubt want to go to your alma mater and pursue their dreams of studying the political effects hate crime legislation has on the ever-oppressed goldfish that have little patches of brown on them. Those children will no doubt have to pay more money for their degree and find themselves in even more debt when they graduate, and thusly have a higher likelihood of changing the world negatively than you do today. So ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2012, they'll still do better than their children will.
Yay! Yay!
Have you listened to Delusions of Grandeur Theater today? No? Well, you should fix that. Oh wait, I guess if you're seeing this video, you probably already have. Good job!